once again, Back Porch Smoke Barbecue. We're back in the kitchen. We hope you had a fantastic 4th of July. I can tell you from a revenue standpoint, it's been a blessed week this past week. It's been the biggest week in the history of Back Porch Smoke Barbecue. So we want to thank you for making it such a fantastic week for us. We hope you enjoyed our barbecue as much as we enjoyed preparing it for you. I think last week was such a fantastic week because people are starting to realize that buying whole Boston butts and pulling themselves, they can realize a cost savings. And so the focus of this week's video is going to be the beef brisket. And that's what I have in front of me right now. And we're going to talk about how to properly slice a beef brisket against the grain to where you get those Texas style slices. So if folks are interested in another way to save money on buying barbecue from us, the best way to do it again would be to buy the whole beef brisket. Okay, so this is the whole beef brisket that we have in front of us. Again, this takes the same concept of being slow and low. This takes about 10 hours to get to the point to where you can slice it, and you'll see in a moment how simple. What you want to do is you want to slice brisket against the grain. Now, I only honestly know of 2 restaurants in Nashville, and Jeff, if you want a close-up on this, that can get beef brisket to look the way this looks. If you notice the coloration, this is called the smoke ring that's at the very top of that fatty layer. When you see that pink coloration in the beef brisket, then you know, again, that you have cooked it properly. You have cooked it slow and on a low temperature, 230, 240 degrees, and you've not gotten in a hurry, you're not taking shortcuts. This here is again a piece of brisket that has been cut against the grain. So let's look at what that means. If you look at this open side here, this is actually the grain of the brisket. Imagine this being a piece of string cheese. If I cut this with the grain in this direction, then this is going to have a tendency to shred and pull apart. And that's not horrible, it's just not the proper way to cut or prepare beef brisket. The proper way is to cut it against the grain. So, with the beef brisket placed at a, I call this a 90 degrees away from me, I'm going to make a big slice here on the end, and then I'm just going to start with a decent knife. That's the key. You want a nice sharp knife, and I'm going to start making very delicate, thin slices against that grain. We'll do 2 or 3 for demonstration purposes, and then I'll show you exactly what that comes out looking like. Alright, so there's 3 slices there, and we pull this apart, and guys, that is Texas style beef brisket. Again, if you look at the coloration, the different colors, the pink, and again it's staying together, that's the proper way to do this. So the reason for doing this demonstration this week is back to the original comment that I made on cost savings. If you were to purchase a whole beef brisket and you were to slice it yourself, you're going to save about $2 per pound. This is an 8-pound brisket. We weighed it earlier. So on this you would save $16 by purchasing the entire brisket. This is very freezable. So you don't really compromise quality if you freeze it in a sturdy type of Ziploc baggie. But more importantly, if you don't want to utilize our full service catering and you want to optimize cost and purchase an entire beef brisket, this is the best avenue to go. Again, to those people that took advantage of my whole Boston butt sale over the past 4th of July weekend, you realize the cost savings in doing that way, and I got feedback, so I know that that video on how to properly pull a Boston butt was informational. Our goal here is we hope that this was equally as informational, and that you now have the idea, or so you know how to properly slice a Texas beef brisket. Guys, you can find us on the web at www.bpsbbq.com, or you can email me at pitmaster@bpsbbq.com. Any questions, send them my way. On the home page there is a quote tool. So you can go to the home page, you can hit the quote button and get an immediate quote, or you can go straight to the menu tab with pricing and get all of our pricing on beef brisket and all of our other offerings as well. Hope this has been helpful and informational, and we look forward to seeing you again real soon.